Now you are faced to simplify equations like this. Simplify 0.008 raised to the power 1 over 3. We already know that this is the same thing as having equals to cube root of 0.008 cube root. Now you're doing this without using a calculator. Now when you have 1 over 3 is cube root. If it was 2 over 3, that would have been cube root to square. So we have that. So let's change this to fraction. Now this will now become square or cube root of 8 over 1000. Now how did I get that? It's simple. You write this 8. Under here you put 1. Here if you write 1 here, 1. You take this 0. You have put here 1. Put 1 under the point. You have 0, 0, 0. So every other digit that follows will be 0. So that is why I get 1000 from here. So that will be equals to. Now cube root of 8. You split this into 2. Take the cube root of the up one. Cube root of 8 is 2 all over. Cube root of 1000 is 10. And you change this to decimal as well. 2 divided by 10 is 0.2. With that, you have the cube root of this particular number. So that is what we deal with. So that is how you are supposed to simplify if you're given a question like this. Now, number 2, we have this question to deal with. So you have 0.25 raised to negative 2. Now whenever you see a negative, or whenever you have a negative, the same thing as having 1 over. So we now still have our 0.25 raised to power 2 or square. We move on. You have 1 all over. Now let's change this to fraction. This is the same thing as having 25 all over 100 raised to power 2. So you have that raised to power 2. Now since you have that raised to power 2, this is equals to, how did I get this? Of course, like I explained in the first question, this is under the decimal point. You place 1 under the decimal point. The remaining digit you can 1, 2. So that you are having 100. Now you can divide this as well. Now let's reduce this. This will be 1 all over. Now 25 will divide itself 1. 25 will divide 100. That will be 4. Because 4 times 25 is 100. So we have 1 all over 4 raised to power 2. Now that will now be equals to, remember from indices, since we have this as that, we have 1 over 4 raised to power 2. It will be 1 raised to power 2 and also 4 raised to power 2. So we have 1 raised to power 2 is 1 all over 4 raised to power 2 is 16. So 4 square is 16, 1 square is 1. Now according to some laws, some rules, now whenever you have a fraction, if you were to have say 1 all over a over b, the same thing as saying b over a. So when you have 1 all over a fraction, or the reciprocal of a fraction, is the same thing as having 16 all over 1 in this case. So 1 all over 1 over 6, the same thing as 16 over 1. I know that 16 divided by 1 is equals to 16. So that is the answer to this question. Number 3, you have 32 raised to power 0.2. This kind of equation, if you use calculator to solve it and the examiner needed you to simplify, you will not have your full mark. So what you do is that very simple. Now this is equals to 32, still in bracket. Change this to fraction, this 0.2 to fraction, that will be 2 over 10. 0.2 is the same thing as 2 over 10. Now simplify this. This will now be equals to, when you simplify that, 32 raised to power 1 over 5. Because 2 will divide itself 1, 2 will go into 10, you have 5. Now, according to law of indices, this should be the 5th root of 32. 5th root of 32. And the fifth root of 32 is equals to 2, because 2 in 5 places, that is 2 times 2 times 2 up to 5 places will give you 32. So the answer to this question is 2, and it's well simplified. So when you're given a question like this, just pay attention to what the examiner is asking of and do it so that you can get your full mark. Okay, thank you for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to follow our Facebook page, subscribe to our YouTube channel, like our pages, like our channel, and share this video. Share it until you get to those that actually need it. Thank you, and see you in the next video.